What's up, guys? Justin here, back with another video. Literally right back after I recorded the last one, which you guys have seen on Friday. So exciting for me a little. I hope you guys enjoy this. We may do two. I'm not sure because I want to get that 20 to 30 minute mark in. I don't know how long these videos are going to be, but a little bit of a background for those who might not know who Nightwing is. And I'll talk about how I got this comic, and then we'll see. So, as you can see, this one was $10, which for a comic of this age came out in October 1996. And you see it's the #1 first issue. There's Nightwing there, Dick Grayson. You may know Dick Grayson as Robin, and that's because he's the first Robin. Jason Todd's the second, so on and so forth. And Nightwing's always been my favorite character in comic books. He's martial arts expert, devilishly good-looking, conflicted character. He's actually being portrayed now by Brendan Thwaites on DC Universe's Titans, which I would say definitely check out. His family were acrobats, the Flying Graysons, who tragically passed away, and I'm pretty sure this series gets into that. So, so went to a local comic book convention, specifically looking for Nightwing for like the third year in a row, and there's never anyone with Nightwing ever. So I usually end up picking up like some X-Men books and stuff like that. And I did get an X-Men graphic novel there. If you guys are interested in that, we can maybe bust into that thing too, if you guys like the comic book series that we're going to be doing. And, but I want to start with Nightwing because he's my favorite. And it's all about me here, okay? So, but yeah. So I went there, and no one ever has it. And I went to this guy's booth, and he was loaded. He didn't have #2, which I bought off eBay like the next day. But he had like all of them except for like, I want to say I'm short like 14 of them, like literally the entire run, which is like well over 100 comics. And usually he was doing like he was a tad overpriced on these back issue comics, but they did come back and boarded, so I was willing to pay a little more. And my wife actually ended up getting it for me, and then I ended up paying her back for it. But we worked out a deal with them where it was like it ended up being like a little over like $1.50 a piece on top of this $10 one, maybe or $2 a piece. I don't know. It wasn't that bad. It might have been like $2 a piece, $2.50 a piece, whatever. At this point, it doesn't matter. We've had them for a few months, and originally I got it, and I was like, sweet, I'll add it to my collection, because I still buy books to this day. And then we'll sort of, maybe, when we have a son or a daughter, I'll get them into books, because it really helped me learn how to read, and I still love them. Some people may find it childish, but I still think they're awesome. And then I thought, wait, we have an ASMR channel. It's very sports-centric at the moment, but what better way to branch out? I started doing a couple trigger videos, talking about movies. So I thought, shoot, let's do a comic book series, and we'll start with Nightwing. We already have a bunch of them, so I got #2, and that's about when the microphone busted. So once again, I didn't test run the microphone tonight, so hopefully it's good. But here we go. We are going to do Nightwing #1, maybe #2, depending on how long this takes. So it's the first issue. I already said October 1996, sold for $1.95, which is very cheap by today's standards. I bought it for $10. Pretty good shape. So Chuck Dixon, Scott McDaniel, and Carl Story. So let's get into this, and you'll see as if we continue to do this, if you guys like these videos, how the art progresses. Different guys take over the story, different guys take over the pen, and how things change. There we go. Let's move that over there. also see it's kind of nostalgic to see the ads in here as well. So here we go. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, I might lower the camera just a little bit. I want to make sure you guys can see the artwork without me having to do too much moving. I don't want to. There we go. Hold on. Sorry guys, on the fly there. I like it there. That's about where I keep it for cards actually. So Child of Justice. You can see it says, I might have to do this. Things just aren't working out for me today. I remember this. I read this book not too long ago when I bought it. Cuffs too tight. Not going to slip off even if I dislodge my thumb. Handles on solid. Could last 4 minutes down here. So you see some fishes sort of fishing around with him, and he's clearly handcuffed to a heavy object underwater, clearly because there's fish there. If I had a chance to fill my lungs, might be able to pick the lock. Might. Is this what I left? Is this what I get for leaving Gotham? But 21 dead men told me I had to. So, and you get a shot here. So you see he's underwater dealing with that there. I may start holding it up like this. Don't want to bend it too much. So you get an over the head shot here of Batman and Nightwing. Is this all of them Batman? Mortimer guns got some on ice. They ran out of room. Cause of death. So you see there's bodies everywhere. Broken necks with pre-mortem bruises around the throat. They all have crushed tracheas. Someone snapped these men like kindlings, Nightwing. They were all members of the Angel Moran gang. So, you see Nightwing with his flat top, it looks like in that picture. The major crimes unit fished them out of the estuary they floated in from the harbor from south of Gotham. Blüdhaven. So, they find 21 dead men in the harbor of Gotham City. And they're all floating there from Blüdhaven. So Nightwing, of course, Dick Grayson, has to go to Nightwing. So you get a nice overhead shot of Blüdhaven. Blüdhaven, a short car ride down the coast from Gotham, but it seems a century away. As bad as Gotham is, Blüdhaven's worse in a lot of ways. If it's too coarse or too vile or too awful for Gotham, it winds up here. So, I mean, shoot, if it's bad for Gotham and Blüdhaven takes it in, I mean, what are we talking about here? This place, what kind of cesspool are we talking about here? And so, to branch out on his own, you know, Blüdhaven is almost his Gotham when he leaves, and he leaves the tutelage of Bruce Wayne and Batman. He takes on Blüdhaven as his project, as his city, right? Look at this little stick there. I don't like that. Nick in the afternoon. Look at that. The return of Stick Stickly. I was way too young. I was 3. I don't even remember this guy. If you guys remember this guy, sweet. I have no idea. Okay, I've always loved this as I say, when we move into this series, which hopefully we do, I'm super jazzed about it. The artistry it's even better and better and better, and I love the old stuff too. So, but the annual summer drought in Gotham backed the estuary up, and some of Blüdhaven's secrets flowed upstream. The dead bodies, right? So you see Nightwing, he's getting off the bus in Blüdhaven, and he's already running into some trouble. He's got his backpack thrown over his side, and he's already in some trouble. Bruce has got enough on his program, and no way is Tim ready for this town. I've only been here 2 minutes. He's already running into trouble here. It's this guy. Hey babe, you got a place to stay? You know anybody in Haven? So she's getting surrounded by a bunch of men, 3 men. And she's like, well, and already I want to shower with Clorox and sandpaper. She knows me, Nightwing says. Why don't you back off, cowboy? The guy says in response. If he's even Nightwing now, he's probably just Dick Grayson. You didn't say please. And he sees, oh, this guy he's already got them bleeding from their foreheads, and he's already put a beating on them. What's your name? Dandy. You can have my return ticket to Gotham. Don't want it. It wasn't a question. I'm not going back. Not to that. Listen, whatever you're running from is a picnic compared to what those two had planned. So those two guys there. Gotham's a big place. You know Wayne Corp? Sure, I guess. Bet they might have a job for you, Dandy. One you can live with. Tell them Dick Grayson sent you. And he's walking away. So, not 2 minutes into Blüdhaven, and Dick Grayson has already helped a nice young lady. And he says right here, one more soul denied to hell. So you gotta see he is kind of jaded, and you'll learn that as we go along. Hard to believe this place started as a whaling town. Move the microphone, make sure it's getting all good sounds of me. This town was proud to be called Asbestos Town, USA. That sounds crazy. Nobody wants what Blüdhaven has to offer anymore. Nobody decent anyway. What does that mean about you? Dick Grayson. Someone wants Angel Moran's machine taken down. That means someone with more muscle. That means more than bodies will find their way north to Gotham. So, gonna get that roving walking shot. What a beautiful first book this is. And there you go, you get your first Nightwing action shot. Flying around the city. So who stands to gain by knocking Angel Moran out of the box? Next stop, a very Tony address in Avalon Hill, and suspect number 1. I don't understand that. Alleged vice lord of the Asian mobs, no stranger to mass murder. Is he standing over there? He even practices at home. I can see this road trip's not going to end, or not going to get dull. So you can already see there's like pallets outside of the house there. Definitely some sort of a ruckus going on. 2 guys looks to be. They must look like they're stealing stuff, right? I mean, you got pallets out there, being pulled off of a truck. It's like walking stuff up that. Actually, I think it's like a ramp they've made. Looks like a fridge or something. Let's see what's going on. Gang war, Blüdhaven style. Stop them! They have my babies. Shots. Look at that. What's there? Holy cow. There are kids in that fridge. Move it, move it, move it. Who would? So there's kids in that fridge. I was right, that's a fridge. Okay. We didn't need to cast 1,000. We didn't need to cast 1,000s, guys. The false facers, black mask soldiers. This explains a whole lot. Gotham's crime boss is looking to franchise. Batman's intuitions pay off again. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. The new animated series Superman comes to kids WB this fall. WB, that's now the CW, I believe. Okay. But this is a new low even for Black Mask. My babies. Kidnapping kids and locking them in a major appliance. Even if they are the offspring of a major loose, they're still kids. So you're gonna see Nightwing's ability to move and do acrobatics because of his life. As an acrobat in the Flying Graysons, you can see he's very nimble. Yeah, that's one thing I like about him. Very parkourish. I love this. Hey, pal. So he just kind of he does all those stunts and just kind of lands on top of his truck there. That's awesome. He's like, oof. I absolutely positively have to catch up to that truck full of trick-or-treaters. I don't know the company policy is, so this guy's unsuspecting. I'm getting tired, guys. Sorry. Probably gonna do one book tonight, so, and then we come back, we might do a couple. I want to get it from my honeymoon book. So, and then so he's, I love Dick Grayson. Then he gets real serious. Those lowlifes have some kids in that refrigerator. You have kids, 2 little girls, then floor it. So, he comes, he's kind of very Dick Grayson-esque, comes in with humor, and then we can get serious when it needs to be. And it gets personal with the guy, Do you have kids? I have 2 little girls. Then floor it, you know what it means. To have, if there were your daughters in that refrigerator. So, Reynard, we picked up a tail. He says, nice mask, Dick Grayson says. Shame I gotta shoot some extra holes in it. That's awesome, so. Or no, he's talking to him, I guess. So that's cool. So they're shooting at him. Shells, look at all those shells. Whoa. This goof's not giving up, they say. This Nightwing is jumps from the truck that he was on onto their trailer. Oof, so nice little sounds there. Unsteady surface, no room to move. I've practiced for these kinds of situations. They haven't. And I think that is also what separates Dick Grayson as well, is because he has practiced for these situations. Through his training with Batman as being Robin, he's trained for these scenarios. But I didn't count on a runaway fridge, and the fridge is kind of falling off. Out of my way. See, you kind of get a view of their masks there. Out of my way. Adventures of Pinocchio trading cards. If you guys want some of those, there's where you get them. Oh, shoot over the close that. It says low battery, but I gotta be quick here. But thanks for rescuing my hostages, Slick. Kind of far away from home, aren't you, Foxy? Grayson says he's holding that there. Ha! And he goes to shoot him there. Hey! It took me a long time to grow that ponytail. It cuts off Dick Grayson's ponytail. It looked stupid anyway. I See, he's sick of my ponytail. It cuts it off. Looks like my fridge minus the leftover pizza. All this gunfire to still a used refrigerator. He's getting a little tussle here. Want you to see this coming. I want you to know what you died for. You thought we snatched some kids, right? We had a good laugh over that. What we stole is this. So you see, he's in a bad spot here. 12 eggs. You've heard of an in vitro fertilization? Meet the men, kids. Seems Freddy's old lady got attached to the little guys, or gals, so we figure they're leverage against Freddy to let us have a piece of the heroin trade in Blüdhaven. So we put these on ice, and you and the fridge and the drink, and wait until Mrs. Min hammers Freddy's ears enough to make him pony up. So, gotta get an idea, right? So he's going to see this criminal. Asian mob bosses, he walks in on a robbery of them, and these people wearing masks. They steal the eggs, his fertilization eggs, which is crazy. Like, what a this is why comic books are the best. What a crazy thing to do. And they're gonna use this to let them get a cut of the heroin trade. So they're trying to get on that drug money, baby. They need to get on the ends, man. So he breaks it down for us very nicely. Not likely, Foxy. Oof, and he kicks the eggs up in the air. Your fish food, buddy. No, and he falls in. Oof, you son of a. Kick knocks the wind out of me. Wind I'm going to need. So here we are. Beginning of the book. I love this shit, man. Ears starting to ring. Ribs ache like in a vice. Air in my lungs turning toxic. This had better work. Magnesium flares. Let's off the flare. Not enough heat to burn through the cuffs. Handle should be cake. Getting to the surface before I brain hemorrhage won't be cake. Foxy and his pals are gone, but he mentioned their next caper, so he does get out from the refrigerator. He uses a flare to burn the handle, so he's still gonna have the cuff on. This is our last page. This is our last page, I think. Oh no, we gotta go more. Okay. The Dead of Steel. And I saved the Min family with one hand. Looks like I'll be extending my vacation in Blüdhaven indefinitely. And let me walk in on this conversation. We didn't exactly fail, sir. We got Min's attention. I don't want Min's attention, Reynard. I want his piece of the pie. I want all of the pie. Guy looks serious, doesn't he? I want Blüdhaven. And you'll have it, Mr. Black Mask. I'm all over it. Don't you love how they talk in comic books? The guy lets you know this guy's Black Mask is a big deal. Big villain guy. So they call him Mr. Black Mask. I love that stuff. I want Blüdhaven. And you'll have it, Mr. Black Mask. I'm all over it. See that you are. Please me and the world is yours. Fail me and it's a shovel of dirt in your face. Yes, sir. That finishes up. And we're at the Blüdhaven police department. You wanted to see me, Chief Redhorn. This is on the QT inspector. I surmised that when you called me. You heard about the firefight at Freddy Min's rumblings. There was a superhero, a costume vigilante there. Look at his neck bulging, Jesus Christ. I can't afford some do-gooder in a mask staking out a turf here in Blüdhaven. The last thing I need is some Captain Fabulous turning over rocks in this town. So I says to myself, call Dudley Soames. Good call, Chief. Your Chief Redhorn. Oh, Nightwing. We've got to talk, Chief. Right after you put this on ice for me. Well, so Blüdhaven gets its own costumed hero. For a while, anyway. I'm down from Gotham to twice in one night. Hey. Wait a minute. Am I under arrest? You'll wish you were. You'll wish you were. To be continued. So, Blüdhaven's kind of a bad place. Nightwing walks in on a robbery. Oh, first he gets there, the lady's almost gonna get raped, and then he saves her. He goes to find an Asian mob boss. He's getting robbed. Turns out they're stealing his eggs to get in on the heroin trade. Saves the eggs. Goes to the police thinking, hey, I can talk to these guys. We'll figure it out. And now they've arrested him. Wow. So let me know what you guys thought of this video. I freaking love this idea. I want to get it figured out how we're going to do the camera and stuff, but I think it's an awesome idea. I can't wait to get to number 2, but that'll be a little while because I'm going on my honeymoon. So thank you guys for understanding. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you got nice and relaxed, getting ready for some sleep. Thank you guys so much for your kind comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.